Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I am Nisha Howell, the channel's Geeky Niche, the grounded entrepreneur. And today we want to talk a little bit about planning, no matter what it is, the business that you're in. Some of you may know that I'm an Amazon seller and author of ebook Ungated for Cheap, kind of for basically new sellers to get ungated, or anybody who's trying to break through on Amazon, or even if you're a seasoned seller, you still can benefit from the book. It'll help you get ungated in 10 categories and brands for under $200, which includes shipping, all on one invoice, which is very important in Amazon. The link for the book is in the description of the video, and that can get you going there. Definitely a winner. Want to just talk about planning a little bit. Somebody kind of got me fired up the other day, and they mentioned the fact that they didn't understand why I was making six figures. I keep touting that I'm making six figures on Amazon, but I'm not able to leave my job. First of all, I don't want to leave my job. I have great health insurance. I've been at my job for almost 21 years next week, and the plan is not to leave. The plan is to be strategic in making my exit, leaving on my own terms. And as a reseller, I need to come up with the plan, or I've come up with a plan to supplement my income to be able to afford health insurance and everything for me and my family later on when I'm done with the job in 4 years. You don't just put 21 years into a career and then just walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? So you plan on leaving. Just like with me and my Amazon account, I'm planning on sending a pallet out of here for the first time ever. Like, that's a goal for me. We set goals, we set benchmarks, and we go from there. You write a strategic plan, putting pen to paper. When you plan things out, you're 42% more likely to complete your goal. So it's like, when you sit down and reflect on what it is you're doing, you're basically kind of visualizing, and you're putting your thoughts in order. You're giving yourself a sequence of events, or a sequence of steps to follow that are going to lead you to the goal, which ultimately is what we want. So like I was saying before, my goal is to send a pallet out May 1. So I am following what I do with my my buy lists and all my other information when I'm sourcing. I'm getting my stuff together so I can create a large enough shipment so that can go out of here May 1. Like, there's a plan to these steps about it. I had to research, how do I send a pallet into Amazon? You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do it. No, I've planned. And that's what I really think you all should sit down and do. I don't care if you're trying to plan a big vacation. I don't care if you're trying to plan a retreat because you know what I mean? Like, that's what you need to do to get away, to step away from the business for a second. But not for nothing, it requires planning. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times when we do things in haste, we mess up. Sometimes when we do things spur of the moment, we make piss poor decisions. And that's not something that we want to do. We should not be running our businesses or our lives in a willy-nilly fashion where you can't sit down and reflect and evaluate. So not only is it important to be planning, it's important to evaluate as you're going along, because plans change, and that's okay. It is completely okay for your plans to change. What I do suggest, though, if plans change, you evaluate, you adjust, pivot, that overly used word, pivot, and then move on. Don't get stuck in a rut. But plans are there, they're safety nets. If you steer away from the plan and you do something a little bit wrong, you know you can always go back to your plan and get a little bit of direction. I just think, I'm talking to you guys without my glasses. I just think that, because thinking comes from not knowing. I know proper planning is a game changer. I know that I've been able to sell over six figures in my less than, it wasn't even 2 years. My first year, I did less than $9,000, couldn't even get a 1099. The second year, last year I did, like, I did over $100,000 on Amazon, and I'm really proud of it because it came from planning. How am I going to spend my money? Planning and having goals like the number of units that I want to send in a month. How much money do I want to spend weekly on inventory? All of this comes into play. So to get back to the issue of people, minding your business and being interested in your life and how you're obtaining your goals, like, worry about yourself. Keep going. Don't worry or compare yourself. Don't worry about others and don't compare yourself to others. and continue to progress with your what? With your plan. For me, one of my big goals for this year is to sell $300,000 in revenue this year on Amazon. So I've created a plan. It wasn't just something I said, I'm gonna do it, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I know things that I needed to correct from last year. I know about, how I need to start working on having employees instead of just like help, like a real solid crew. But all these things are steps that you plan for. Get a weekly planner. Use your phone, the calendar, like whatever it is at the palm of your hand, whether it's pen to paper or whether it's your phone or you're on your laptop, however you see fit. Set reminders and stuff like that so that you can continue to progress properly, and make sure that you set a standard for yourself. Tony, I'm saying a lot, and I probably shouldn't, but I don't care. Tony Robbins, he always says, like, you have to raise your standards and have a certain standard. Raise your standards, guys. Make a plan, and take action. I am Geeky Niche, the grounded entrepreneur. Thanks for stopping by here with me again. If this is your first time checking the channel, I really appreciate you giving me a shot to listen to what I got going on, and I hope you come back with the rest of the gang. The words that follow I am are the words that follow you, and I am a 300K plus seller on Amazon this year. Have a great one, guys.